rising, rise. Bring it on.
Hello beloved, I welcome you to Axe Television, and it's time for the Health Talk Show. And on this program we would like to discuss about important and educative topic, which is diabetes. We would like to know more about diabetes, the meaning, causes, and how to prevent ourselves from diabetes. According to World Health Organization, an estimate of 422 million adults were living with diabetes in the year 2014, compared to 108 million in 1980s, which means it has increased so high. Diabetes has nearly doubled since 1980s, rise from 4.7% to 8.5% in adult population. Diabetes caused 1.5 million deaths in 2012. So I have with me here in the studio a nurse from Rich Hospital, and she is Lillian Amua, to help us learn more and understand more about diabetes. But thanks to our proud sponsors, Axe Media Practical Institute, Osibisa Nedibemau, Mami Efia Ahunze is my name. Let's go on a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Bring it on, bring it on.
Ask Media Training Institute, a radio and television practical school. Identity Emma wana opese waya ejuma radio any television so wana opese usia camera works, wana opese usia video editing. Enunti se wawie journalism school, anase college of education, polytechnic no wawie, anase university, enko senior high school no wawie, na aiwani swade hunu se opese waya ejuma radio so anase TV so. Ask Media Training Institute ana mekanfo edi amawo o hostel edi ma ema ene Emma, and notify form ne our Royal TV officer, a walk massive, I hold you and share so, and answer Royal TV officer, a walk and cry, a chibota, any ABC, and a D and Shanimu, or more gun, Rabank and Esroha. Our matter for Swa, over to your friend 0540 102366. Ask Media Training Institute, or Pizza near the Bema.
Things in this land, can't you see?
Welcome back from commercial break. As when we were going on commercial break, I said I have a nurse with me here in the studio, Lily Amua. Without wasting much time, let's go closer to our nurse. Good morning, nurse.
Good morning.
You're welcome to Axe TV.
Thank you.
Today we have an important topic to discuss, and it's diabetes. But why do people get diabetes?
Well, people get diabetes due to them not knowing much knowledge about the diseases, sometimes due to genetic problems, sometimes with the lifestyles that we live. That's also prone us to getting diabetes, yes.
So what's diabetes?
Diabetes is a group of metabolic diseases, and it is characterized by high blood sugar level, which results from a defect in insulin or insulin dysfunction.
So meaning eating too much of sugar causes diabetes?
Not really. Sometimes you eating too much sugar can let you get diabetes if it's in your family, it runs through your family. And yes, eating food that is with too much starchy food can also let you get diabetes.
What are the early signs of diabetes?
With the early signs of diabetes, mostly there is frequent urination. You urinate a lot, and you usually get hungry continuously, and also you feel thirsty intermittently, and you get blurred visions, you get fatigue, and you also have infections in your gum and also skin infections.
So meaning those that urinate continuously, some of them are having diabetes?
Yeah, it could be, but you may not know.
Okay. Do we have type of diabetes?
Yeah, of course. We have 2 types of diabetes.
Only 2?
Yeah, we have 2.
Okay, what and what?
We have type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes. With the type 1 diabetes, it's either your body is producing little or no insulin. See, it is the insulin that will help take the glucose that you consume into your body, into your cells, tissues. So it's either with the type 1, your body is producing little or no insulin at all. Then with the type 2, it's either your body is producing not enough insulin, or your body is resistant to the insulin.
Okay, according to my research, I know that diabetes have 3 types, but you said it's only 2.
Yes, with the 3 type, that is maybe the gestational diabetes. It will be gestational. Sometimes you can classify it under type 2, because with the type 2, it mostly occurs due to the lifestyles that we live, or sometimes due to some situations, because age factor can come with the diabetes with the type 2. Because if I am a woman and I don't get pregnant, I can't be prone to type 2. So it is the pregnancy that will predispose me to getting the gestational diabetes.
Okay. So what food should a diabetes patient avoid?
With a diabetic patient avoiding fruits, you can't say they should avoid fruit completely. You completely avoiding fruit is wrong, but you can eat it in the moderate way. Let's say fruits like banana. It contains lots of sugar. So taking for instance, if I'm not having diabetes, the way I would choose to eat banana, it should be different from you who have been diagnosed of diabetes, because you already have too much sugar in your blood, in your system already. So there's no need for you to take in too much sugar. So you can eat it in a moderate way. Maybe you can prevent sugar cane, you can't eat it excessively than banana, mango, because almost all fruits contains a little bit of sugar. So you can't say you won't eat it completely, because you need the fruit. Fruit too is good for your health, so you can eat it moderately.
So it's only banana and sugar cane that should be avoided?
Banana, like I said, almost all fruits, when you eat pawpaw, you can taste some kind of sugar. Watermelon, you can take some kind of sugar in it. Almost all fruits contain like sugar in it. So you being a diabetic, you shouldn't eat it excessively. Do you understand? You shouldn't eat it excessively. You can eat it in a moderate way.
Can diabetes come on suddenly?
No, it can't come on suddenly, because definitely there should be some signs and symptoms. You will definitely you start to view certain things that are not part of you, some unusual things, like I said, frequent urination. You didn't usually used to urinate frequently, then suddenly every 5 minutes, 10 minutes you want to urinate. Every 30 minutes, 1 hour you want to eat something. You just get blurred visions. You see the abnormal signs. So certain things will tell you, okay, I'm having these signs, so I have to go to the hospital and have a medical checkup.
Okay, we'll stand on this so that we'll go for commercial break. We'll be right back.
Bring it on, bring it on.
Ask Media Training Institute, a radio and television practical school. Identity Emma Wana or Pesa, waya a Juma, radio, any television, and so one or Pesa Usia camera works, one or Pesa Usia video editing. And unti say, Wavia Journalism School, and as a College of Education, Polytechnic Nwavia, and as a University, Embo Senior High School Nwavia, na Iwaniswa de Unisa Pesa waya Juma radio, so and as a TV swam. Ask Media Training Institute, and a mekan for Eddie Amawo, or hostel at the ma and the mema, and unti found form ne, our Royal TV officer, a Wokumase, a Hoju and Shire so, and as a Royal TV officer, a wa and cry, a Chibota, and ABC, and a D and Shanimu, or more Rurabank and Esroha. Our matter for Swa, over to your friend 0540 102366. Ask Media Training Institute, or Bisa near the Bema.
Things in this land, can't you see?
Welcome back from commercial break. Let's go closer. Okay, do we have blood level for a diabetes patient?
With the blood level, that is knowing the amount of sugar in the person's blood. Yes, when we say somebody is diabetic, with me or maybe with a normal person without diabetes, we say we have something like fasting blood sugar. So with the fasting blood sugar, that is, you check it very early in the morning, right after you wake up from bed. So with the fasting blood sugar, if a normal person without diabetes checks, it runs from 3.4 to 4.3. But with a person with diabetes, if the person checks the blood sugar very early in the morning, it can run from 4.4 to 5.9. Or even not eating, sometimes from 6 with those having diabetes. When they check their fasting blood sugar very early in the morning, it runs from 6.1 to sometimes 9.8.
What are some of the causes of diabetes?
With the causes of diabetes, sometimes it could be genetic. Maybe your grandfather had it, or maybe your mom has it, or maybe your dad has it, or your great grandfather or great grandmother could have had it, but you wouldn't, maybe you weren't told that you have diabetes, or you don't have any knowledge that diabetes runs through my family. So with that, you just eat anything, because if you should know, you take care of your health and you take care of your diet. But since you have no idea, they just taking the sugar and eat not unhealthy food, and it can predispose the person to diabetes. And also there is when the person has too much weight, the oboshi people. Yes, that's one too. Somebody can have diabetes. Inactiveness. So meaning every fat person that has diabetes. Well, the more you have fatty tissues in your system, your body is going to have like some kind of problem with the insulin level in your system. And some people too, they always get stressed up. When you always get stressed up, your system produces some kind of hormones, and when you get stressed up always, these hormones that your body produces can suppress the work of the insulin in your system. And sometimes you don't also like to exercise. You know, exercising is good. So each and every day you are supposed to be doing exercise? Yes, of course, at least 30 minutes a day. Even not for every day, at least 3 times or 4 times a week, you can choose to exercise. How can one identify that he or she has diabetes? Like I said, you have blemishes, you have fatigue, you urinate frequently. Sometimes you have ketones in your urines, and with that, maybe a person will urinate at a place, then after some few minutes or some few seconds, the person goes back to the urine and finds out that there are ants all over the urine, because your urine should taste of salt, but you see that your urine has attracted ants. So that should let you know that, and it should let you know that no, there is something wrong. So when you see all these signs and symptoms, you should know that you are having diabetes. So meaning every human being has to know that your urine has to be salty. Yeah, of course, it tastes of salt. It's not made up of sugar. So the moment your urine starts to attract ants, there is a problem. So you have to seek medical attention. So is diabetes an infection? No, it's not an infection, because your blood with diabetes, it contains no virus. There is no virus or bacteria. It is sugar in your blood. It is not a bacteria or virus that is in your blood. So it can be contagious or infectious. Okay, thanks to our prime sponsors, Axe Media Practical Institute. Axe Media says we are TV presenter, we are radio presenter, video editing, camera works. Axe Media says to make a effort by almost asino yeso. Omo asino yeso mienu baako wo Kumasi ahonju enhia yeso. Accra Achimota ABC Junction, Ganrua Bank so into se upese odayesun ebe mu se upese oye nsenchonia. Emfa weni enche bebia na emu mfa weni eche Axe Media Practical Institute osi bisa na de bema o. How can we prevent ourselves from diabetes? Well, we can prevent ourselves from diabetes if we exercise daily. At least you exercise 30 minutes a day. Then also we prevent ourselves from eating. We prevent eating highly concentrated food with sugar, rice, pasta, those that you call it macaroni, white bread, and also you have to reduce the intake of calories, food with calories, avocado, potato, cheese, cream cheese, dark chocolates, and all those things. You have to prevent it. You also don't have to go through so much stress. When you are stressed up, you just relax your system. You see, those are some of the things that, and also you have to, if you are fat, you have to just lose weight, and you have to be active a little bit. Sometimes those who work in the air conditions and stuff, they even don't want to climb the stairs. They like to take a lift, but even you walking could have done something to your body. So do they have any drugs for diabetes patients? Yeah, we have insulin. So we have those who don't have, those who with the type 1 diabetes, we have to inject them with the insulin. That's artificial insulin. They don't have, so we give them artificial insulin. And those with type 2 diabetes, we give them oral medications for diabetes too. Okay.
What are your final words to your viewers out there?
Oh, my final words to my viewers out there is that when you have a healthy life, like, you can do all things. So if the moment you see certain signs and symptoms in your system that you think that are not there, you have to seek early medical attention so that you can be treated, because your family might have history of diabetes and you might not have any idea of it. So the moment you see any signs that you've not been seeing, you just have to seek medical attention.
Okay, she said a lot. Hope you learned something, and I also learned something. She said each and every time we should be exercising our body. We should make sure we go for checkup each and every day. We should be eating healthy food too. And I know you there too will be doing something. But here comes the end of today's program. Mami Efia Anguze is my name. Thanks to our proud sponsors, Axe Media Practical Institute. Axe Media says so opesa oye in some training. So opesa oye TV presenter, radio presenter, video editing, camera works. Omusi bra womu asino yesu. Axe Media ewo nkrabata mienu. Baako ewo Kumase ahonjo enhia yesu. Oni Royal Television ene ewo dan Krobiam. Accra Achimota ABC Junction. Ganrura Bank Sura. Ubetimi so afre Axe Media ewo 0243 944724. Ubetimi so afre omu ewo 0540 102366. See you same time next week.
Bring it on, bring it on.
Ask Media Training Institute. A radio and television practical school. Identity Emma wana opese waye adwuma e radio and television eso. Wana opese osua camera works. Wana opese osua video editing. Enunti se wawie journalism school. Anase College of Education, Polytechnic no wawie. Anase University Embo Senior High School no wawie. Na ayiwani swade hunu se opese waye adwuma radio so anase TV so. Ask Media Training Institute ana mekanfo edi amawo. O hostel edi ma ene mema. Enunti fa form ne ewo Royal TV officer ewo Kumase ahojo enhyaye so anase Royal TV officer ewo Enkran Achibota ene ABC ene di enhwanimu omo oga Rural Bank na esro hwa ahomatofo so a obetumi afrɛ 0540102366. Ask Media Training Institute osi bisa near the Bema.
Things in this land, can't you see?